we're going to go fishing on Lake Ontario. You can like hire guys to take you out, I guess, on their boats. And then sometimes it can be pretty expensive, but whatever. So we book this guy, and this guy like blows us off, which is so weird. He's just like, oh, sorry, like something happened with the boat. We can't do it. We can't do it. We can't do it. And we're like, okay, that sucks, but what can you do, right? 2 weeks later, he says, okay, if you want, you guys can come out this weekend, and we're going to go on our fishing trip, whatever. And it's going to cost you like half price, or you guys can decide the price, basically. We're like, oh, okay. So we go out. And this guy, the second we arrive, I can tell this man is not correct, okay? This man is not all together, okay? He doesn't have his life together. To the point where there are several moments during the trip where I'm like, I don't think this is your boat. like truly, I don't think this is your boat. Because he starts and he starts going on these stories, right? About like how he owned a gas station, and he owned this, and like I'm starting an app, and then he just basically explained an app that already exists. It was so weird. I was like, this guy's a space cowboy. Like, you can't believe anything coming out of this guy's mouth. Anyway, as soon as we get on this boat, we've packed snacks, right? Because it's going to be a day, right? So he tells us to bring snacks, Gatorade, all that kind of whatever, right? So we get our thing of snacks, and my brother pulls out a banana. And he goes, what are you doing? Like, he stops dead. Like, this is not correct to him. He's like, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't know. I was going to eat this banana, man. Like, what do you want? And he's like, there are no bananas on the boat. And he starts freaking. He's like, you cannot have a banana on this boat. He's like, if we have bananas on the boat, we're not going to catch anything all day. We're not going to catch anything. But you can't have bananas on the boat. Bananas are bad luck on a boat. Can't have bananas on a boat. I gotta tell you, I've been on a lot of boats. I've never heard this before in my life. Okay? Never in my life have I heard this, right? So this guy is like, and we don't want to throw these bananas away. So I'm like, okay, we'll just eat them right now. Like, we're already out on the water, right? So like me and my family, we're all eating, like we're eating bananas. Like I think my brother ate like 3 back to back. Okay, like we're all just stuffing these bananas into our faces because this wizard man told us to. I don't know. Anyway, and he is taking these banana peels and just launching them into Lake Ontario. He's just launching them into the lake. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, this guy is, the only thing he said that I believed was that he was divorced. I was like, that checks out. That checks out, actually. I'm pretty sure that's true. Anyway, he's launched these bananas out. Anyway, we're out on the water. Like, 3 hours goes by. We don't have a bite, but it's also very clear that this guy has no idea how to fish. So, like, he doesn't know where to go. He's like, but he's talking like he really knows, which is very funny. 3-4 hours goes by. We haven't caught a thing. He's like, you know what? This isn't right. This isn't right. He's like, I'm gonna pull up the reel. We're gonna see what's going on here, right? And hand to God, I've never seen anything funnier than this. He pulled up the reel, and there was a fucking banana peel attached to the line, and I have never laughed so hard in my I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my entire life. I was crying laughing. This man starts he's like, oh my fucking God, of course, this is why we haven't been catching anything. I told you no bananas on the boat. I told you no bananas on the boat. We could barely, he had to yell because we were all laughing so hard. It was, honestly, I couldn't write anything funnier than that.
No.
Like, him pulling that peel up, I
can't believe he was right. My villain is my mental state right now is a villain. And just telling me what just as an example of where my brain is at and my ability to complete tasks. So earlier this week, I was doing laundry. And I'm on the 10th floor of an apartment building, and then laundry is, as it usually is, in the basement. And so I was at the point in which I was taking it out of the dryer and just needed to bring it back up. And for some reason, as often happens in buildings, the elevators just stopped working. I was waiting forever, like none were coming. I was like, something's fucked. I could hear the beeping in the elevator shaft. I was like, this is going to be a while. So I just ran down the 10 flights of stairs, and I was like, that wasn't so bad. And I grabbed all my stuff and I put it in the laundry basket, and I was like, fuck it. I'm young. I'm just going to run back up the stairs. No. I was like, apparently I've been sitting on my ass for a very, very long time and in horrible shape. In addition to that, I was, of course, wearing my mask. And I for the first time, understood what they meant when masks make it hard to breathe, because I was hyperventilating like a motherfucker. But I was climbing stairs. Like, it was intense cardiovascular, and it was just like sucking into my face. And here's the point at which the villain comes in. So I was fucking exhausted. I'm climbing these stairs, and I get to the 8th floor, because, you're counting in your head. You're like 7, 8. And I get to the 8th, and there is such a clear voice in the back of my head that just goes, that's okay. This is good enough. Nobody's gonna fault you for doing 80%. 80% is great. Just stop now. This is good enough. And it was so real, and I had to fight it so hard. I literally said back to myself, like, in plain English, like, you can't stop now. You live on the 10th floor. This isn't like stop at 8 out of 10 push-ups and that's good enough. It's like,
it's not a video game.
Right. You need to get back to the 10th floor, because that's where you live. That's where your stuff is. And so just the fight I had to do to get that. And then I got to the 9th floor, and it did it again. And my brain was like, this is it. I was like, no, we need to get to 10. There's no negotiation here. I can't stop at anything but the thing.
I've had that feeling carrying groceries home. Have you ever done that, where you're like, well, I almost made it, and it's like, but you need to, though.
There's no, this isn't a graded system. This isn't like you got a 75% and that's a pass. This is a complete or not complete. You either got home or you didn't get home.
Yeah, man.
So that's just where my head's at these last couple of weeks.